Well, g'day there, traders and friends right around the world. Thanks for joining me on this quick weekend market recap. What I've done, I've just finished that pro analysis recording for the week as we lead into Tuesday, the 17th of February 2015. Have a look at that analysis, some very interesting topics which we just walked through when it comes to individual trade setups and, of course, what the markets are doing. Just to recap on some of those details, but not to go into too much of the actual trade analysis. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is really the final market which we're paying attention to break above that old December 2014 high. The S&P 500 has actually broken above that high as at Friday afternoon's close, and the Nasdaq broke above that on Thursday. So really the Nasdaq at the moment is sort of leading the other two markets. You can see the Nasdaq in particular had that nice gap. It held the gap and it continued on Thursday. You can see the continuation gap to the upside, but this is more realistic. It's sort of come back down and it's tried to fill the open window. It hasn't necessarily done it, but again, on Friday afternoon, it's closed near the highs of the day, or at the highs of the day, which is very, very strong, even leading into the long weekend for the US students and for the US markets. Of course, it is the presidential holiday, or the President's Day on Monday. So, I mean, a lot of people, and there was a lot of discussion that, look, the market participants may be in the mood to take profits off the table on Friday, given that it is the long weekend. But, I mean, look what's happened. I mean, it's just continuing to break and to trend in the bullish direction. Now, when we look at individual trade setups, I'm not going to go into too much of the detail. I want you to have a look at that pro class. But in the way of trade setups, I mean, Apple from last week was really the trade which, you know, did the most for us, and probably for a lot of participants who actually trade the market. You can see we had this long trade above 120.96. We had a very nice move. You can see we closed on Friday at $127.08. Not only is that an incredible stock movement, but when you start to tie in option moves, I mean, that return in percentage terms is incredible. I had students email me saying that they paid for pro for 2 to 4 years. Pardon me, I had some saying 2 years, and I had a couple of other students say 4 years, which is remarkable. And now they can sit here and have a look at some other trade setups for at least the next, for however long they really want to. So I just wanted to throw that out there. In the way of the overall markets, the one thing which I want you to be understanding of and cognizant of is the fact that we could see somewhat of a pullback when we talk about these other stocks. The other stocks which we do follow are Amazon. We also follow Baba. We have Baidu, Caterpillar, FAS, Facebook, Google, GoPro, Halliburton, Netflix, Tesla, and Twitter. You can see all these stocks on the left-hand side of my screen. We have some really great trend continuation trades. We also have some good gap and go trades. A few other stocks are still sort of in that sideways market type of neutral position where we're not overly interested either long or short at the current juncture. We need some additional sort of confirmation first before we start getting carried away in one direction or the other. It's really a fascinating week as we move into the 17th of February 2015. So I just wanted to put it out there. Early indication is that February is going to be quite a strong bullish month for the markets, and it may be a very good leading indication of what to expect for the entirety of 2015. There's a lot of bears out there at this point in time. I understand that at least the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are pretty much trading at all-time highs. We still have that upper area on the Nasdaq, which comes in at about 5,105, which is going back to the monthly candlestick in the year 2000, those .com highs. But I mean, there's no indication whatsoever that these markets want to slow down and that they want to at least reverse at the moment. So I mean, if you're looking at individual trade setups out there, you'd have to, put on those green glasses and look at them through the perspective of a bull, or at least someone who wants to be purchasing stocks moving into 2015. So I just wanted to put that out there as a market update. I wish you all a very good long weekend. Have a great weekend no matter what you're doing. I'll see you on Tuesday for the market recap, once of course we get new market data to work with. All the best. Have a great long weekend. Goodbye.